joining us for another episode of What's On in Southern Ostrobothnia. I'm Mark Wiltshire.
And I'm Glenn Murray.
And in each episode we'll be highlighting some interesting events and activities taking place across the region of Etelä-Pohjanmaa in the coming month. There'll be a lot of info, don't worry, we've made the notes and we'll include the links in the episode details blog post for this episode. And that will be found on the NordicExplorerProductions.com website. Summer's looking quite busy around the region. There's a lot going on, so we've listed lots of other events as well. Events that we won't have time to cover in this episode. As always, we'll have a guest join us to talk about their event. We'll come on to that later. But before we get started talking about our events, Glenn, we both just come back from holiday. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I was up in Ruka, up in Northern Ostrobothnia, which is quite beautiful. There was reindeer all over the road and everything all the time, and it's, even though it's not Lapland, it's quite Lapland-like because it's so far, and the east really is as beautiful as everybody says it is. It's a nice place. So we were mountain biking, and basically summer is the time for mountain biking and hiking and everything. So that's basically what we did.
I had kind of the almost completely opposite. I went south. I went down the way on a road trip with Satu. We went on down the west coast to Turku, Hanko, Helsinki, Porvoo, Lappeenranta, Imatra, and we ended up in the east as well, back where Satu's family originally comes from. It was 4 nights on the road and 4 nights trying to chill a little bit right next to the Russian border. It's like you say, it's a different terrain over there. It's well worth getting over to the east and checking it out. Okay, enough about us. What about these events? Glenn, what's the first event that you found for us?
So the first event is it's a show. It's in Harma, in Ala Harma, I should say, in Power Park. It's the Power Truck Show. It's pretty renowned show throughout Finland. It's happening Friday, it's the 13th, and Saturday the 14th of August. There's going to be a number of trucks on show in Finland. The trucks are all customised and painted and blinged out, so it's kind of like a car show but for trucks. Finland, but not only that, they'll have Finland's strongest man and woman competition held on the day as well. And there's also going to be top-level drifting events held on the karting track of Power Park, in the outdoor Power Park karting track area.
Yeah, because they've got indoor and outdoor tracks.
They do, yeah, for winter and summer. Yeah.
It's got a history for racing as well.
Yeah. Vesa Kivimäki from Finland's Craziest Drivers, he's going to be there as well, and he's going to be doing a driving demonstration. If you remember him, I think he's from the show, The Craziest Drivers in Finland. If you want to look for the program for the Power Truck Show, the program can be found in Swedish, English and Finnish at www.powertruckshow.fi, and the tickets can be found at lippu.fi. A 2-day ticket is €43.50, and a 1-day ticket for either of the 2 days is €35.50. So for the €10 extra, I'd go for the two.
I think I saw also they've got family tickets that makes it even better value as well. Yeah.
All that information can be found on the Power Truck website though. So, right, Mark, where are we up to going to next?
Yeah, I've got something completely different. This is like a multi-day music event here in Seinäjoki in the town centre here, and it's called Maiden Tango. Now, the traditional Tango Festival was cancelled again this year because of COVID. It's 2 years running. So from Wednesday the 4th to Saturday the 7th of August, there's going to be this kind of mini event that's aiming to bring a little bit of that tango vibe back to Seinäjoki. It's a series of live performances, mostly music, but also some dance displays from a local dancing school called Vimma. And the performances are taking place in several locations across the town centre, at the Keskustori, which is the new marketplace, Kaupatori, which is the old marketplace, and and it's at the outdoor bar there called Alto, and then also inside Torikeskus, the original shopping centre here. And also there's a couple of our friends taking part in this event as well. So let's give them a mention. Kub Arponen, many of you might recognise the name, will be headlining at Keskustori on, I think, Friday the 6th. And also Pertti Kinnunen and the Seinäjoen Ukulele Orchestra will be playing in Torikeskus on Saturday the 7th at 1:30. And the website says that the event aims to enliven the city centre of Seinäjoki and offer people joy after difficult times.
Yeah.
And it's free. So that's free joy, which is always welcome. The tangomarkkinat.fi website is the place to find that. tangomarkkinat.fi/Maiden Tango. There's also some other kind of multi-day events that I just wanted to mention quickly. One is Stadion Fest at Oma Aspe Stadion here in Seinäjoki. There's Kauhava Pop, which is at the Lento Hotel in Kauhava. And also Kurikasoi Gospel Festival, which kind of caught my eye because it sounded sort of something a bit different. And that's in Kurikan Tori, so the market square in Kurikka as well. As I said before, we put links to all of these in the blog post. So wherever you're watching or listening, just take a look in the description. You'll find the links to it there. Right, Glenn, what's next?
Well, up next is, because it's summer, there seems to be a lot of music festivals and they're not actually getting cancelled. We have it's Race and Rock, which is Valtiaja. The location is going to be on Kirkon Katu, and again, the same street that they hold all of the Solar Sound and all the other music events on lately. It seems as though they, at least from what we have viewed, that there will not be a race section to the Race and Rock this year, much like last year. I'm guessing that's because of numbers, and they usually get quite a lot of people at the race festival. So
I guess it maybe is logistics of organising a race and having it part of
all the cars,
schedule.
all the cars that have to come from all over Finland. It's on day 13th and 14th of August, so that's a Friday-Saturday combination. The festival will have a hit live act from Ariantum from Sweden. So we've actually got some international acts, very, very big international acts.
It's mostly domestic acts.
Again, it's mostly domestic acts, but Ariantum from Sweden, very, very prominent international metal band, will be playing on Saturday the 14th. Tickets, it's an 18 only event, unfortunately, so you guys out there who are a bit underage, I feel sorry for you, but
to wait a year or two, that's
that's it. The tickets can be found at Ticketmaster and Ticketmaster.fi and Lippupiste.fi. 1 day tickets start at 65, with the 2 day tickets starting at €95 for 2 days. The website is www.valtiaja.fi. So what else have we got happening around the region?
Well, I think that it's time to hear from this week's guest. This episode we're joined by Jaakko Rinne, who's going to tell us about one of the newer festivals in Seinäjoki, which is Nuermo Fest. Jaakko, tell us about Nuermo Fest.
So, hello everybody, my name is Jaakko Rinne. I'm here to talk with you about Nuermo Fest festival. It's an alternative music festival taking place at 28th of August at the Piiri area. I don't know if you know, it's the old hospital area in Turnava. It's going to be like some kind of culture super place. And this year we are, I think we are one of the first organizations to do like a bigger event there. As I said, Nuermo Fest first time we did it was 2016. We did it in Mallaskoski, a brewery restaurant, and we did it for five years there. And now we decided that it's time to make this a bit bigger and a bit more like professional. And now we are moving to Piiri and going to organize a really nice end of summer alternative music festival there. We're gonna have 6 bands there, Finnish bands, and also 2 DJs filling the gaps between the bands. And we're gonna have Ravintola Varikko from Rytmikorjaamo. They're gonna do the food, and then also like it's the festival is for over 18 years old, so it's like okay to buy a beer and check the music shows, and so it's gonna be like that. And as I said, it's 28th of August, and it will start around 5-6 p.m. Gates will be opening. We are expecting around 300 people to come to the festival. That's our goal. And maybe you know that in the Piiri area, there's the theater called Hysteria. The festival is partly indoors in the theater and partly at outdoors near the theater. So that's how it's gonna work. I hope it's not going to rain much. It always rains when we do the Nuermo Fest, so I'm already used to that. You can buy tickets to the festival from the Theater Hysteria web page. It's hysteria.fi, and there you can find this buy tickets button, and then get the tickets. It's not that much. It's something like 30 euros. So for 6 bands and a nice good vibes, I think that's a good money for that. And I hope to see you all there. Come to check this new area, and also nice festival and good bands, and sort of alternative things in Seinäjoki. I think that in Seinäjoki we are in a good situation with live music venues. We have lots of opportunities for bigger bands, but then if it's a smaller band, then it's always a bit difficult to find the right place. So our goal is to bring smaller bands to the event that maybe it's hard to find places for them from bigger venues in this town. So alternative is a good word for the program what we are doing. And that's about it. I hope to see you all there, and come and enjoy, see what's going on. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, thanks for that, Jaakko. There are several other one-day events that we should mention as well. ELO Fest in 2021 in Iso-Kyrö, Jazak Quartet concert in Lapajärvi at Onnitupa. We mentioned this one in the last episode. All these links will be in the blog post and on our page. So what's happening? What else is happening around the region today, Mike?
I found a couple of events that call themselves harvest festivals. We're getting to that time of year, August, where the crops are ready for collecting, and these festivals seem to be nothing to do with actually collecting crops, but rather having a party around that time of the year. So I'll go through both of these at the same time. One is called ELO Festival. It's in Leppälänkylä in Kuortene on Saturday the 14th of August, and this event comes in 2 parts. The first part is an uphill tractor pulling competition.
Oh my
at
God.
12 o'clock. I wasn't quite sure from the description online if it was tractors pulling stuff uphill or men and women pulling tractors uphill.
When I went to Iso, where was it? Kalajoki once, they had tractor pulling, where the tractor actually had some plow in the ground and they were trying to pull it until it couldn't pull anymore. And these were like drag tractors pulling these blades that only get deeper and deeper into the ground as hard as you pull them and then you come to a stop and that's your distance. So hopefully the main street, they're not going to be doing that.
Well, it says uphill, so I'm guessing it's in a field and... well, it remains to be seen. Anyway, there's tractor pulling.
Yeah, it could be something similar to that, though. That
in the evening, then they've got kind of a mini festival, I suppose. A few different bands, including a Queen tribute band, and also the Finnish singer Jonne Aron, who's quite a big name in the domestic Finnish scene. So the tractor pulling event, the tickets are between €5 to €10, depending on age. And in the evening, the tickets are €25 if you book them in advance and €35 on the night. The website address was a little bit tricky, so it's in the blog post. You'll find it there. The second event is called Saddam Korea Juhla. This is at Görjen Puutarha in Lapua. So this is Görjen Puutarha is a seedling store, a greenhouse, if you like, that specialises in organically grown herbs and vegetables. Now I'm guessing also they are harvesting all year round, but in August they have this, Saturday the 7th of August is a live music event. We're featuring LR Phoenix and Mr. Mohel. Now, I hadn't heard of them before I found this, but LR Phoenix is actually an English blues guitarist and singer-songwriter who lives in Lapua. So he's kind of playing a local gig. And I've put a link to his album on Spotify in the blog post as well, so you can have a listen. The voice is quite something. It sounds like an American blues singer, really deep, powerful voice. Mr. Mohel, the only thing I could find out is that he's originally from Joensuu, but that these guys used to perform a lot around Finland and Europe back in the day. It's a free event, which is nice, and it's the link to the website is also there in the blog post. Over to you, Glenn.
Oh, well, this one's a little bit close to my heart, even though it's XC mountain bike racing, not downhill or anything extreme.
Yeah, see, for me, I saw mountain bikes and thought, this is for Glenn. I don't recognise these.
No, this seems to be an XC, a cross country race. So for anybody who wants to join in, this would be actually a good thing, because they obviously have the race for serious races, and then they also have like a less serious, more of a fun kind of race. The mountain bike race is Alajärvi mountain bike. It's at Alajärvi Athletics Field. The address will be in the description in the blog post. It's on the day of the 21st of the Saturday, the 21st of August. It's an XC race, like I said. Unfortunately, I like my downhill and my enduro more than my XC, but we're in an area of Luck Elves Plains area, so trying to find a hill to go down fast is quite hard. So, well, it's an XC race, like I said. If you like your racing, or in general, or you just want to go and watch, there's 7 different classes of all ages, and there's 2 track types. There's an 18 kilometer for the less serious, kind of just want to just be a part of something, and then the more serious 35 kilometer XC race. Yeah, the competitors must register before the 17th of August. Yeah. Only 150 people will be allowed due to corona restrictions of the event. The race series is €40 to enter into the race series. The Kunto series, which is 18 kilometer, and the 35 kilometer, which is just the fun series, is 30. euro, and for juniors under 15, it's €20. The Alajärvi mountain bike website is www.alajärvimtb.fi, and that's where you can find all the information and stuff on how to enter and become a part of it. It's quite nice. So what else is happening around here, Mark?
I found a family event called Mukula. It's taking place in Jalasjärvi, in the Vilhola and Lamminjärvi areas of Jalasjärvi, from Monday the 2nd to Sunday the 8th of August. And it's a week of mostly free of charge children's events and activities. And there's a list here, but it's worth saying, I think, going through this list. There's quite a lot of workshops, theatre workshop, art, Lego, electronics, circus workshop, all for kids. There's a kids disco, a horse event, and baby swimming. There's also a concert by these twins, Aino and Nora, who are quite big among Finnish kids. That concert's on Saturday the 7th. And there's also a movie day on Sunday the 8th of August. Now, there's one part of this week-long event that's not free, and that's the Mukula Festival Day. And this is an event that's got a few visiting YouTubers coming to do some sort of public appearances, I guess, personal appearances. So on that day, at 12 o'clock, there's a children's music orchestra, Orfit, playing a show. Then at 2 o'clock, there's a magician, Simo Alto, the Jokeri Poker Box Magic show. And then at 3:30 in the afternoon, you have these two YouTubers, Herbalist and Zone VD. The price for that day is €20 in advance or €25 on the day. So if you've got a lot of kids, it's worth booking in advance and saving a bit on each of those tickets. And the website is mukula.info/mukulaohjelma. And again, the link is there in the show notes.
That's all for this episode. Thanks for joining us. Please press that subscribe button wherever you found us. Remember, as Mark said earlier, there are more events listed in the blog post for this episode. You'll find the link to the blog post in the podcast or the video description below.
That's right. Plus all the details for the events that we've discussed today. The easiest place to find us is NordicExplorerProductions.com, where we have links to all our previous episodes and social media profiles. That said, you can find me, Mark Wiltshire, or Explore Finland on Facebook or Instagram, or Glenn as the Nordic Tourist on YouTube and Instagram. We'd love to hear your thoughts about this show. Let us know what you think, what we're doing right, what you want to see more of. We'd also love to hear about any events that are coming up in Southern Ostrobothnia. So if you've got an event, reach out to us via our website or social media and let us know. But until the next episode, to all eteläpohjalaiset, moro!
Heippa!